Rav Menachem Mendel Hager of Kosov was the great scion of the Kosover Hasidic dynasty, and he was a son of one of the descendants of the Baal Shem Tov. He was invested in spreading Hasidus in the town of Kosov, which was in Galicia, that we would call today the Ukraine. And he authored a sefer called the Ahava Shalom. And I want to share with you a thought that he has on this week's Parsha, which is so incredibly powerful and applicable to our times. And he writes as follows. He bemoans the fact that highways were created. And he died in the year 1825. He says, before highways were created, people, nosim bedrachim, people would go on roads, rak bayom, only during the day. V'im shkias hachama, when it became sunset, these people, hem nichnasim lachsanios, they would go to motels, they would stop off at the side of the road, and they would stay there for all night. And you know what they would do there? He said they would sit and they would learn. Either they would learn a sefer, or he uses the word mischaprim ze im ze l'sichos chaverim. They would connect, mischaber, they would connect, they would become chaverim, they would become friends with other people, whoever was there. They would talk to people, they would engage socially, they would share each other's plights and struggles and challenges and successes. They had human interaction. Shemehen boim l'dibuk levavos, that from there they built those relationships and they were connected now in the heart with those people. He said, and also it also afforded people the opportunity to sit back, those who didn't want to engage with other people, to sit back and be misboded, for a person to be able to meditate and just think about their situation, think about their lives, think about their goals and where they are up to on so many different levels, including a spiritual level. So he said there was a tremendous, tremendous change that took place. When the highways came to the world, and this is in the year 1825, people run day and night on the highways. There's no longer any time to learn. There's no longer any time to speak with anyone else. There's no longer any time to connect or build those relationships or be able to somehow be touched by or touch someone else on this deep emotional or spiritual level. There's no time for us to think and contemplate about our future and our goals and our plans. And so I'm sharing this in this week's Parsha because it's tied in to the idea of Moshe Rabbeinu being told by HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he should go and find kol chachmei leiv, people who are chachamim, who are smart, but in their heart, and they were filled with this ruach, this spirit of chachma, and they will tell Moshe how to make the begadim, the clothing for Aaron. Only someone who is able to take the time to be able to contemplate and focus on so many different areas of life, ruach, chachma, spirit of chachma, they have the key to being able to create the clothing of Aaron that is worthy of Aaron and forever worthy of the children of Aaron to wear as Kohanim. And so the reason why this is so important is that we put into the proper frame of mind. If Rav Hager, if the Kosovo Rebbe was so concerned about the world changing in the year 1825, alachas kama v'kama, how much more so do we need to focus? With the advent of technology, which has enhanced our lives and made our lives easier so incredibly much. But yet, technology has also become such a danger to this element, many other elements, but to this element of our lives, that we're always running, we're always going. There are people who are sitting and looking at their phones while they're driving because they're afraid that they're going to miss something. How many of us take the time to just look outside the window when we're driving and take in the surroundings? How many of us are so busy, be it social media, email, texting, that we're missing out on the human element of our existence? We're missing out on the ability to enhance the relationships that we have, even some of the most intimate relationships that we have. And we're all guilty of this on some level. And so the message of Rav Hager from way back then permeates, blasts in our ears, that we need to take notice, we need to realize what's happening, and that we can restore the ability for us to sit, contemplate, meditate, the ability for us to shut off, the ability for us to be able to connect with others, to have that dibuk, that connection of chaverim, of friends, and even our family members and our most intimate relationships. We can do it. Kadosh Baruch Hu tells Moshe to look for the Chacham Lev, to look for the person who wants more, who has the knowledge, who has the ability to find more in life. We can do more by stepping away, by contemplating, and creating boundaries for ourselves. Let us indeed be zoche, merit, to be able to live with technology, enhancing our lives, being positive in our lives, and avoiding the plague of technology destroying so many areas of our lives. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.